Are you tired of struggling with joint pain, only to find that the supplements you're taking aren't making a difference? What if I told you that some of the most popular joint supplements could actually be worsening your joint health, instead of helping it? You've probably heard all the buzz about glucosamine, chondroitin, and other joint supplements, right? You've been told they'll help reduce pain and keep you moving smoothly. But what if they're doing the opposite? What if they're actually making your pain worse? In this video, we'll uncover the truth behind these 4 common supplements that millions of seniors are taking every day, and why they might not be the miracle you've been promised. We'll dive into the science, expose the hidden risks, and show you what you should be doing instead to protect your joints. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could change the way you approach your joint health, and it could save you from making the same mistake many are making. Let's get into it. As we age, joint pain and stiffness can become a constant challenge. Waking up with aches in your knees or hips is something many of us experience. And you're not alone. Almost half of adults over 65 suffer from some form of arthritis or joint-related issues. But there's good news: you have options. You've probably seen countless supplements claiming to relieve joint pain and improve mobility, like glucosamine and chondroitin. Some people believe that because they're natural, they're safe. But here's the reality: natural doesn't always mean effective or safe. In fact, many of these remedies might actually make things worse. Why do so many seniors still reach for these supplements? The truth is, most supplements aren't regulated like medications. Companies can make bold claims without scientific proof, and research shows that many supplements don't deliver on their promises. Some might even worsen your symptoms or interfere with medications. Today we'll break down the science behind these supplements, show you what the research says, and explain why seniors should think twice before reaching for that next bottle. Let's dive into glucosamine, one of the most popular joint supplements around. Supplement number 1. Glucosamine. Let's start with glucosamine, one of the most popular joint supplements around. You've probably heard of it, maybe even used it yourself. It's that supplement that promises to support your joint cartilage and ease pain, particularly for those with osteoarthritis. It's a staple in the world of arthritis supplements, and millions of seniors take it hoping for pain relief and better mobility. But here's the big question: does glucosamine really live up to the hype? Before we get carried away by the marketing, let's take a closer look. Glucosamine is an amino sugar, often promoted as the miracle supplement for joint health, especially when it comes to relieving knee pain. Many brands claim it can rebuild cartilage, support joint health, and keep arthritis at bay. But here's the truth: the science just doesn't support it. Multiple clinical trials have shown that glucosamine doesn't significantly reduce joint pain or slow joint deterioration. It doesn't work the way most people expect. In fact, many studies found glucosamine no more effective than a placebo. That's right, while it's sitting in your cabinet, it may not be doing anything to help your joints at all. And here's the kicker: some studies have even reported that people who took glucosamine experienced worse symptoms than those who took a sugar pill. Not exactly the results you're hoping for, right? Now, let's talk about side effects. You might be thinking, well, if it's not doing much, at least it's harmless. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. While glucosamine is generally considered safe, it can still cause unwanted side effects. Digestive issues like nausea, heartburn, and diarrhea are fairly common. And if you have diabetes, glucosamine can raise your blood sugar levels. Definitely something to keep in mind. Additionally, many glucosamine supplements are derived from shellfish, so if you have a shellfish allergy, you should definitely avoid them. And let's not forget that glucosamine can interfere with certain medications, especially blood thinners like warfarin. So if you're on any medication for heart or blood pressure issues, make sure you talk to your doctor before adding glucosamine to your routine. So what's the takeaway here? Millions of people take glucosamine thinking it will help their joint health, but the science doesn't back it up. While it may offer little to no benefit, it could come with unexpected side effects that you might not have bargained for. But don't worry, there are other supplements to explore. What about chondroitin? Let's find out if it fares any better. Supplement number 2, chondroitin. Now that we've covered glucosamine, let's turn our attention to chondroitin, which often comes alongside it in joint health supplements. This combo is marketed as a go-to solution for managing osteoarthritis symptoms, especially pain and stiffness. On the surface, it seems promising, right? The idea is that together, glucosamine and chondroitin help protect cartilage and support your joints. But here's the important question. Does chondroitin actually do what it's advertised to do? Chondroitin sulfate is a compound found naturally in your cartilage. It's believed to help keep cartilage healthy by drawing water into the tissue to keep it lubricated. Many joint health supplements include it, claiming it can reduce pain and protect joints. But does the evidence support those claims? Well, the research says otherwise. Large clinical trials and systematic reviews have consistently shown that chondroitin doesn't significantly relieve joint pain or prevent joint deterioration. Studies comparing it to a placebo, a sugar pill, showed no meaningful improvements in pain or function. In fact, multiple trials have failed to demonstrate any clear benefit, which can be disappointing for those relying on it to manage arthritis symptoms. And while chondroitin is generally safe, it's not without its risks. Some people experience digestive issues like bloating or diarrhea, and skin reactions such as rashes or itching are also possible. For seniors managing blood sugar levels, chondroitin can interfere with blood sugar control, posing a concern for those with diabetes. Health organizations have even recommended that seniors with certain conditions, like diabetes or high blood pressure, avoid both glucosamine and chondroitin supplements altogether, given their limited success in clinical trials and potential risks. The bottom line, chondroitin sounds like it should be a miracle for joint health, but the evidence simply doesn't back it up. Just like glucosamine, it may offer little benefit and comes with some risks, especially if you're already managing health conditions. Let's move on though, and see how red yeast rice stacks up in the world of joint health. Supplement number 3, red yeast rice. Now, let's talk about red yeast rice. Though it's primarily used for cholesterol control, some people take it for joint pain, hoping it will provide anti-inflammatory benefits. Red yeast rice contains monocolin K, a compound similar to statins, the medications prescribed to lower cholesterol. But here's the catch, red yeast rice isn't primarily marketed for joint pain relief. However, some believe its nutrient content might help with inflammation. Does it actually work for joints? Let's take a closer look. Experts don't recommend red yeast rice for arthritis or joint pain. Why? Because it can cause muscle pain and joint discomfort, very similar to the side effects of statins. If you're already dealing with joint pain, adding red yeast rice to the mix could worsen it. Additionally, red yeast rice can interfere with medications, especially statins or blood pressure medications, as it works similarly to statins. This could lead to serious side effects or complications. So if you're thinking about using red yeast rice for joint pain, the science doesn't support it. And it could cause more problems than it solves, especially when it interacts with other medications. Let's now dive into herbal remedies. You might think herbs are harmless because they come from nature, but in the case of joint health, some can do more harm than good. Let's explore why. Supplement number 4, herbal remedies. Herbal remedies, like arnica, chaparral, and cat's claw, are often seen as natural alternatives for joint pain. They seem gentle and safe, right? But just because something is natural doesn't mean it's safe. Let's start with arnica. Topically, it's used for muscle soreness and bruising, and it can help with minor aches. But oral arnica, the pill or capsule form, should be avoided, especially for joint pain. Oral arnica can lead to serious side effects, including heart palpitations, toxicity, and allergic reactions. Health experts recommend sticking to the topical form for minor soreness, but oral consumption can cause major health issues. Next is chaparral, which has been traditionally used for inflammation. The problem? Chaparral is linked to severe liver toxicity, with some cases requiring emergency care. There's also no solid evidence that it helps with joint health, so the risk isn't worth it. Finally, let's discuss cat's claw. While it has some anti-inflammatory properties, most studies are outdated and fail to provide clear evidence that it reduces joint pain or improves joint function. Side effects like nausea and digestive issues are also common, and it can interact with medications, especially for immune-suppressing treatments. The bottom line here? Just because something's natural doesn't mean it's safe. Herbal remedies like arnica, chaparral, and cat's claw can cause more harm than good, so it's better to look for solutions that are backed by solid research. Now that we've looked at these supplements, let's talk about why research matters and why not all supplements are created equal. Why research matters. You might wonder, if these supplements aren't working, why do so many people still use them? It's a valid question. Many rely on supplements for joint health, hoping for relief, but here's the reality. The supplement industry isn't regulated like medications. Prescription drugs undergo strict testing, but supplements don't have the same oversight. Companies can make claims without solid scientific backing. Supplements are classified as food products, not drugs, meaning they don't need clinical trials. Some hit the market without any testing but can still advertise benefits like supports joint health or improves flexibility, creating major risks, especially for seniors. Real research, large well-designed studies, shows that supplements like glucosamine and chondroitin often perform no better than a placebo. So while they're widely marketed, they may not provide any real benefit. It's crucial to differentiate between anecdotes and scientific data. Personal stories are powerful, but only clinical trials prove if something truly works. When it comes to your health, decisions should be based on evidence, not unverified claims. Now, let's discuss some signs that the supplements you're taking might actually be harming you. Signs your supplement may be harming you. Now that we know many joint supplements fall short, let's focus on a more urgent concern: how to tell if your supplement is actually doing more harm than good. Just because something's labeled natural doesn't mean it's safe. Supplements can still cause side effects, especially for seniors managing other health conditions or medications. If your joint pain worsens or you start noticing new issues, it's a sign your supplement isn't working as expected. Here are a few warning signs to watch for. Increased joint pain. If your joint pain worsens after starting a supplement, it's a sign that it may be doing more harm than good. Supplements like glucosamine and chondroitin don't work for everyone. If you feel more stiffness, swelling, or pain, stop using it and check with your doctor. Digestive issues. Supplements like glucosamine can cause bloating, gas, or diarrhea. If you notice digestive discomfort, it may be your body reacting negatively. For seniors with conditions like IBS or gastritis, these side effects can be more troublesome. Re-evaluate your supplement choices if this happens. Fatigue or dizziness. Feeling more tired or dizzy after starting a supplement. Some joint supplements can cause blood sugar fluctuations, especially for people with diabetes. Keep an eye on your energy levels and talk to your doctor if you notice any changes. Blood sugar spikes. Supplements like glucosamine and chondroitin can raise blood sugar levels over time. If your readings are higher than usual or you're feeling excessively thirsty, it's worth considering whether your supplement is to blame. Medication interactions. If you're on blood thinners or statins, supplements could interfere with your medications. For example, glucosamine can increase the risk of bleeding when taken with warfarin. Always consult your doctor before adding a new supplement, especially if you're on other medications. If any of these symptoms arise, stop the supplement and consult your healthcare provider. They can help identify whether the supplement is causing issues and suggest safer alternatives. Just because something claims to relieve joint pain doesn't mean it's the right choice for you. Always listen to your body and consult with your doctor to make informed decisions. Now, let's dive into better, evidence-based solutions for improving joint health. What you can do instead. Now that we know why supplements like glucosamine, chondroitin, red yeast rice, and herbal remedies may not be the best for joint health, you're probably wondering, what can you do instead to keep your joints feeling good? The good news is, there are plenty of science-backed strategies that work better than ineffective supplements. Here are 3 practical solutions you can start today. 1. Movement and strength training. Staying active is one of the most effective ways to reduce joint pain and improve mobility. You don't need to become a gym pro, just start moving in ways that suit you. Strength training is especially helpful. It builds muscle, which reduces stress on your joints and lowers cartilage wear. Even low-impact exercises like walking, swimming, and cycling can help. Activities like Tai Chi and yoga boost flexibility and joint mobility. Start small, even a 10-minute walk is a great beginning. Gradually increase your activity and try new exercises as you go. 2. Anti-inflammatory diet. What you eat directly affects joint health. Chronic inflammation is a major contributor to joint pain and arthritis. Eating foods that fight inflammation can make a big difference. Incorporate more omega-3 fatty acids, found in salmon, flax seeds and walnuts, and turmeric, with black pepper for better absorption. Add fruits and vegetables rich in antioxidants and whole grains like quinoa to reduce pressure on your joints. Start by adding salmon and kale to your dinner or try a blueberry smoothie in the morning. Small changes can go a long way. 3. Weight management. Maintaining a healthy weight is key for joint health. Extra weight puts stress on weight-bearing joints like the knees, hips, and lower back, which leads to pain and faster joint wear. Losing even a few pounds can significantly reduce stress on your knees. For example, losing just 10 pounds reduces knee pressure by 40 pounds. Focus on sustainable habits rather than drastic dieting. Eat balanced meals with lean proteins, healthy fats, and plenty of fruits and vegetables. And stay hydrated to keep your joints lubricated. Take it slow, aim for 1 to 2 pounds of weight loss per week. Small steps lead to better joint health over time. Incorporating these science-backed strategies will help maintain your joint health as you age, without relying on ineffective supplements. By staying active, eating an anti-inflammatory diet, and managing your weight, you'll feel better and move with ease. Now that you know the truth about these supplements, it's time to take control of your joint health. Are you ready to make better choices? You don't need to rely on products that don't deliver. Embrace simple changes, move more, eat the right foods, and keep your joints healthy the right way. If this video helped you rethink your joint health routine, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Stay informed, because you're already on the right path to feeling your best. And there's more. Check out the next video on the screen for more health tips that will keep you feeling great, no matter your age. Let's keep learning and growing together. Your joints and your body will thank you.